2, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear me, Red and Green Army? Here we are at the Gary Lineker Pavilion. This place is almost as big as the former Match of the Day presenters is. Absolutely fantastic facility here in the heart of Leicester for what sure is going to be a fantastic game in the United Counties League Premier Division South. It's Aylestone Park versus Coventry United. If you're thinking, hang on, wait a minute, didn't we have this game 5 weeks ago? Yeah, we did. The opening day fixture at the Butts Park Arena, all decided by an incredible free kick from Lewis Samuels. You'll be glad to know Lewis Samuels not in the squad this afternoon, so hopefully the free kick bangers will be limited to Coventry United. Let's get you into your starting lineups just as the players are about to make their way on to the hallowed turf at the Gary Lineker Pavilion. Starting off with your home side of Aylestone Park, just one change to the Park lineup from their 2-1 victory at Lutterworth on Monday. Starting in goal, number 1, Liam Castle, 2, Charlie Kilburn, 3, Andres Articolo, 4, Sam Preston, 5, Justin Peace, number 6, Jake Warm-Leighton, 7, Corey Armeni, 8, Deck Towers, 9, Teo Tucker, 10, Marshall Keenan, and 11, Joe Ball. On the bench, Lucasen, Leke Shodunke, Evan Kane, Ben Cluley, and Josh Brodella. And for Coventry United, 3 changes from Monday and the returning goal of Dan Moore. Elsewhere, we have number 2, Daniel Cassidy, number 3, Charlie Faulkner, 4, Chris Cox, 5, James Ritson, 6, Luke Downs, 7 is Charlie Shaw, 8, Gift Musa, 9, Ryan Harkin, 10, Cameron Dunn, and number 11, Benji Adamarco. Substitutes for the red and greens in their changed attire of purple this afternoon: Scotty Hammond, Steph Morley, Riley Devoyle, Joe Cairns, and Brady Middleton. As it is only down the road up the M69 from the Free Spired City, a large contingent of red and greens in attendance, although it's hard to pick them out because Aylestone are all in red as well. And here they come, the players entering the park. Now you can probably hear there the Coventry United anthem, If the Kids Are United, by Sham 69. And Coventry putting out a united front. And also great to see Luke Morton back in the dugout this afternoon. Breaking news coming to you from the Gary Lineker Pavilion. Luke Morton has rejoined the interim Coventry United coaching staff alongside Rob Hannedy, Gary Hardick, and interim manager Jamie Bukaki. We'll of course keep you up to date what's going on over in Oxford as Coventry City take on Oxford United. A losing effort in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday night. Let's hope that the Sky Blues can roar back into life. Plenty of Premier League action as well. And then more so, we have our eyes on then Manchester United against Burnley. If they lose that one, Amorim could be for the chop. Sunderland at home to Brentford, Spurs at home to Bournemouth, and Wolves take on Everton. The final score in the Premier League in the early kick-off: Chelsea 2, Fulham 0, despite Fulham seemingly going ahead through a perfectly legitimate goal, but a very controversial VAR decision leaving Fulham without the opening strike. And what's going on elsewhere in the United Counties League Premier Division South? Of course, we have our eyes on Aylestone Park versus Coventry United. But elsewhere, Bugbrook host leaders Nuneaton Town, Easington host Oadby, Hinckley versus Northampton Soilby Rangers, Leicester Nirvana versus Northampton Owen Chenix, Moulton at home to God Manchester, Newport Pagnell versus Lutterworth Town, and Yaxley against Daventry. We'll let you know what's going on around the grounds as and when we can. But for now, the ball is on the centre circle. Aylestone Park to kick off, heading from right to left. all in red, and Coventry United in their changed attire of white and purple, proudly sponsored by Nowak Transport on the front. And a big shout out to Coventry United chairman Ray Nowak, who has tuned in from his pool in Greece. And we are underway. Well, again, this is set to be in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Luke Downs with the header on towards Charlie Shaw. Sent high into the sky by Det Towers. Teo Tucker brings it down. Now it's Andres Articolo. And safely back with Liam Castle. Strong pair of hands in the net for Aylestone. 3 wins, 3 draws, 0 defeats in league competition this season. They are up there with the top sides. Hooked down the left-hand side now for a throw in front of the away dugout. Here's Sam Preston. Hoofed upfield by Peace. Headed back where it came from by Chris Cox in Coventry United colours. Towers, who played up front, of course, on that opening day defeat for Coventry United in July. Got it out for a throw-in firmly in United turf. Slide away by Charlie Faulkner, only into the path of Ormeni. I mean, to the left-hand side, Articolo's going to have to go some to get there, and he has not been able to reach it. Throw-in just up from their own penalty area for the red and greens. Dan Cassidy back for Coventry United after a short stint in purple at Daventry. Forward it goes, Articolo high into the sky. Can Harkin get his head in the seconds? No, he can't. Preston. Musa latches onto it, tries to lob the defender, headed back where it came from by Peace. Musa across to Charlie Faulkner in an unfamiliar left back role this afternoon. Charlie Faulkner replacing Steph Morley, who failed a late fitness test, an issue with the left hamstring for Morley, who is on the bench. And Ryan Harkin trying to thread it into the penalty area, only as far as Castle, but the wind catching that clearance skews onto the main stand roof. We've got a cracking scoreboard to our left as well, so if it gets out of hand in terms of scores, we'll know exactly what the scoreline is. We've had those games before where we've had 8, 9, 10, 11 goals back in the early days of Coventry United. I think Alan Warboard knows, I think the previous round for Coventry United was a 24-0 win in their opening season. Articolo with ball in hand. Looks upfield for ball. Won't reach it thanks to the head of Cox. Musa on. Charlie Shaw swing and a miss. Articolo now on many. Rolls it down the left touchline. Daniel Cassidy, little barge from behind by Teo Tucker. Offside calls against Ryan Harkin. Flag stays down. Harkin drifts towards the right hand side of the area, covered off by Preston. A slide tackle in by Sam Preston results in a corner for Coventry United. Charlie Shaw will head on over to take it. Big shout out as well to Coventry United's co-owner Hamed Al Salem, who is tuned in. By Shaw, and it's a head to the far post, and Ben Gianmarco smacking it against the frame of Jake Worm-Leighton. Another corner on the left-hand side. Dunn, leaping above the rest. Here's the big number 5, Justin Peace. Dunn strides the slide challenge. Referees has nothing doing against Charlie Kilburn, but can't find a man in red. Faulkner, if Musa has stayed back, barged off his perch by Teo Tucker, but the ball is away. Ritson sending Anamarco down the right-hand side. Anamarco can't keep up with it. Throw in just down line from the penalty area for the home side. And an early goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Glad I didn't put this one on my accumulator. Spurs 0, Bournemouth 1. Evanilson in the 5th minute. And still scoreless between Coventry City and Oxford. Ball. So put it into the area and not back to Dan Moore. And there are appeals for Aylestone Park for a potential pass back, but it's not going to be upheld, and it's rolled out with Cox. Plays a 1-2 with Gift Musa. Moore back in the starting lineup after his 3-match suspension. Adamarco couldn't claim it in the air. Preston safely back with Castle. Chest control by Cox in midfield. Gift Musa, done. Charlie Faulkner driving down the left-hand side. We're going to cut in on Kilburn. Kilburn gets his body in the way and clear. Luke Downs. Faulkner stayed up. That's a delightful ball in the area for Cameron Dunn. Tried to put it past the goalkeeper and just getting a glove to it, Liam Castle. Dunn with a hand in all 3 goals on Monday. He's got a reputation to maintain. Dunn will take the corner himself towards that near post and nodded away the near post by Sam Preston. Back out with Charlie Shaw. Dunn, it's going to be too far. Flashes across the face of goal. Goal kick despite Britson's efforts. Liam Castle will get us underway again. 6 minutes, 40 seconds gone at the Gary Lineker Pavilion. Aylestone Park 0, Coventry United 0 remains the score. Drifts towards this near side from Castle. Cassidy lets it go and it bounces harmlessly into the main stand just next to the Coventry United supporters. Cassidy. He's got Cox to his left, wants to go a little further afield. Hoofed up by Cassidy. Diving header by Preston. Has now on everything so far. Shouldered to Armeni by Kilburn. And now Ball, who got one of the goals on Monday, looking for a route in from the right side of the area. Covered up by Cox, and Cox drags it into touch. Corner on the right for Aylestone. Marshall Keenan standing over it. Plenty of red and white and purple in the penalty area. Harkin, the only man up for Coventry United. Everyone else lined up in the box. Stabbed down by Peace, and Cassidy mops it up only as far as Charlie Kilburn. Back in by Kilburn, and Moore watches it bounce harmlessly wide. No doubt it was a cross rather than a shot, but the end result is the same. 0 point for the home side. And a goal at Molineux. Everton have taken the lead through Beto in the Premier League. Teo Tucker. Cassidy launches in but can't dispossess him. Towers. Articolo. Deck Towers. Rolls it back to Justin Peace. And a wayward ball from the number 5 drifts out towards this near side. Obviously looking for the run of Teo Tucker, and another match ball is going to be needed. Aylestone utilising a back 5 this afternoon. Peace, Preston and Warm Leighton. That's the centre-back trio. Cassidy. Headed onto the chest of Chris Cox for Coventry United, driving forward. And looking to thread it for Benji Adamarco, and Adamarco has got there, ahead of Articolo, looking to pull it back, skips past the defender, Adamarco going for glory, blocked on the slide by Preston. An ingenious move from Adamarco. Towers is back. Marshall Keenan. Rolled across his own penalty area to Keenan in a more defensive vicinity, while Aylestone are able to clear the danger. Joe Ball flicked onto Kilburn, playing a high line, looks for the cross to Teo Tucker, challenge of a launching Chris Cox. Leighton. Marshall Keenan. Out with Deck Towers. Leighton knocking it around the park here, Aylestone Park. Articolo on this near side. Tucker's moved out wide, tangles legs with Daniel Cassidy, who brings the ball back to Coventry United. Ritson, low one to the edge of his own area to Musa, hooked away by Chris Cox. Now it's up to Cameron Dunn, shields the ball well from the number 6, Jake Leighton. Give Musa, ducks out the challenge of Kilburn. Adamarco nudged over in the aftermath with Articolo. Referee waves play on as the United keep the ball in their own final third, waiting for the right chance to pounce. Cassidy, Adamarco, slide in by Andres Articolo, enough to prize the ball away, and fair according to the referee. Here's Towers. Preston at centre-back. Now Marshall Keenan, as they are changing shape already here, as Keenan slotting into a centre-back, allowing Leighton to push further afield. Brian Harkin looking for Adamarco. He should get there, but it will be a crossing opportunity rather than a chance on goal. Challenging from Keenan, prizes the ball out for a throw-in. Level with the area. Coventry United on the front foot. Cassidy. Over Luke Downs, challenge from behind by Deck Towers, out for another throw-in, same position. Shaw available, and here is Charlie Shaw. Barge in the side by Articolo. Shaw stands firm, looks across to the near post, flashes past Preston. And Luke Downs with the opening effort on target as it dips into the hands of Castle. Towers. United with the opportunities thus far, but nothing to show for it on the score sheet. Musa forces it back to Preston. Taking his time, thinking about this move. Keenan. Looking for the run of Articolo, and he's picked him out, but just brushes off the head of Dre Articolo, and out for a throw-in, level with United's penalty area to the red and greens. Cassidy. Harkin knocks it back. Intercepted by Corey Armeni, the Aylestone captain. Kilburn, and threads it into Corey Armeni, looking to sneak it at the near post, denied by the fingertips of Dan Moore. Aylestone starting to bare their teeth. 13 minutes gone. Nearly an unlucky minute for Coventry United, but it stays 0-0. Corner to come from the left-hand side. United have got to stay strong towards that far post. And where appeals of a free kick there, using the Coventry United player as a launch pad, was Justin Pease. It was easy pickings in the end. Harkin, has he strayed offside? Yes, he has, from the ball from Benji Adamarco. And there's been a goal at the Kazam Stadium. Oxford United 0, Coventry City 1. Haji Wright in the 12th minute for the Sky Blues. Going to keep pace with the leaders, including Leicester, who won 2-0 last night, a surprise victory over Birmingham City. Knocking it around the back Aylestone Park. Here's Preston. Keenan, back to Preston. Cautious approach from Aylestone. It was a very cautious game in the previous meeting at the Woods Park Arena on the 25th of July. A very early start to the season and not a successful one for the Red and Greens. United with a much more attacking approach. Too attacking for Ryan Harkey. He's caught offside again. Just in peace, looking for options further afield, including Corey Armeni. Armeni did get a touch on it, but Charlie Faulkner looks to shepherd it into touch. Doesn't quite have the legs on it. Faulkner forced into the corner. Tackle in by Armeni. Takes it out without contact on Charlie Faulkner. And we're hearing at Old Trafford there's been a penalty to Manchester United. But VAR are having a long old look. I'll let you know what's going on at Old Trafford. A crucial game for Ruben. And it's away through Warm-Leighton. Kilburn lets it run. Joe Ball, sliding challenge from Luke Downs. Referee gives advantage. Keenan looks for the run of Teo Tucker down the left-hand side. Tucker's got on the end of it. He's got Daniel Cassidy for company. Tucker looking for a route in. Still covered up by Cassidy. Dodges the challenge towards the far post. Kilburn couldn't bring it under control. It was just skewing to Kilburn's left. Headed clearance from Musa. Now Charlie Shaw. Musa in his second start since returning to the club last weekend. Came off the bench against Aylestone. Sorry, Ainsbury, I should say. Warm-Leighton. The ball to Kilburn is intercepted by Charlie Faulkner. Dazzling at left back. Dan Moore swipes it upfield. No one home for Coventry United. It's the opposite number one, Liam Castle, who collects for the side from Leicester. Aylestone Park, where a certain Gary Lineker cut his teeth. Aylestone, until 2007, was simply known as Aylestone Park Youth, one of the founding members of the Leicestershire Youth League. Ball heads on Castle's clearance. Kilburn was looking for Teo Tucker at the far post. Cannons off a white shirt. And Faulkner can't reach it for a head out of play. Well, Leighton's throw, and Faulkner deals with it that time. Sam Preston twisting away from Ryan Harkin. Neat little Cruyff turn. Nelson, controlled football at the back, and Coventry United trying to press them. But that's where the danger lies. They try and draw in the pressure and then poke through the holes of the defence. Castle looks for Kilburn. It's over Kilburn. Cushion header by Jake Warm-Leighton. Here's Teo Tucker. Gets it back. And Teo Tucker thought he was playing rugby for a second. Cox's clearance. It will come back with Armeni. Armeni slips it through, and a real chance, but the flag's up. It's been put in the back of the net, but the flag's been raised. Boos ringing around the Gary Lineker Pavilion. The fans not happy. But if you've got that much space in the penalty area, there is usually a pretty good reason, and Marshall Keenan will not be on the score sheet just yet. Well, we do have VAR if it is needed. It'll cost you extra, though. Adamarco's header towards Ryan Harkin, stabbed away on the slide by Preston. Shaw says, anything you can do, I can do better. Musa. Deflected by Ball, only into the path of Shaw. Now Benji Adamarco. Luke Downs. Back to Ritson. United trying to regain control of this game. And looking for Adamarco down the right, and here is Benji Adamarco taking on Articolo. Cuts in from the right, look to thread it in for Daniel Cassidy, blocked by the standing leg of Preston, and out for the throw-in. Aylestone feeling there was a touch on the way through, and the referee wants a word with one of the Aylestone players. Corey Armeni is called over. Well, the throw into Coventry United will stand right in the corner, but it's not a decision that Aylestone are particularly happy with. A dusting off only for the number 8, Deck Towers. And the throw from Cassidy, Luke Downs. Plays an aerial 1-2. Adamarco, Downs lost his footing, which curtailed the move. Cleared by Articolo for another throw in halfway down the line. All day from Old Trafford, the penalty has been overturned in the Manchester United game against Burnley. Off the heel of Shaw, tried to create some separation down the wing, but didn't have the legs in it to catch that ball. And another goal at the Kazam Stadium, an equalising goal for Oxford from Lancashire. Oxford 1, Coventry City 1. Cox nods across his own centre circle. Charlie Faulkner had to take one for the team. He knew that if Kilburn got away, United would be in all worlds of trouble, and that could be the first yellow card of the game. Card comes out, Charlie Faulkner, the first recipient of a yellow card. He was hoping that the cards would wait until Christmas. Armeni stands over it. Everyone back in the United half. The United subs going for a warm-up. Steph Morley, Rolly DeVoyle, Joe Cairns. And Armeni lines it up for Aylestone. Can they take advantage? Floated in by the skipper. Headed up rather than out by Jake Worm-Leighton. And Daniel Cassidy finds Adamarco. A little love shove from behind, but Adamarco stands firm. Cassidy. Downs, quick, beautiful football from Coventry United, but Adamarco's ball didn't quite meet Gif Musa, and Musa can't bring it under his spell. Ball, leaning into the side, Chris Cox, referee says no. Look, more of a penalty than the one that was given against him on Monday. And Musa felt he had his leg taken away from him by Ball. The linesman initially giving the throw into Aylestone, but has now overturned it. And it's a throw to Coventry United in their own backyard. Another goal at Molineux, and this will please Nigel Ward over there. Wolves have equalised through Hwang. And in fact, it's actually been given as a free kick. So Musa had his leg taken away, and it has now in fact been given as a Coventry United free kick rather than an Aylestone throw. And a member of the Aylestone management team is told in no uncertain terms to curb the back chat. Dan Moore. I won't repeat what the young fans behind Dan Moore are saying. Nodded out on the far side into Jamie Bukaki's dugout. And United have the throw, taken quickly by Faulkner. Musa shields it from Kilburn. And that'll be handball against Gif Musa, I think. Yes, it will. Decided to clamp down on that sort of thing. Players bringing the ball into their arms. But again, it's been given in Coventry United's favour. So in fact, what Musa did actually worked. It looked for a moment as if handball had been given for Musa, who grabbed onto the ball when he was tripped from behind. Now the referee, rather than giving the free kick to Aylestone, has given it back to Coventry United. Cox right on the halfway line on the left side. In towards Ryan Harkin, doesn't reach him thanks to the head of Deck Towers. It's opposite number 8, Gift Musa keeps it alive. Now it's a header by Peace. And Charlie Shaw has gone down holding something on the edge of the penalty area. Aylestone will continue as they look for the counter. Musa, poor control, allows Armeni to sweep it away. Shaw's back on his feet and needs to get back into position. Armeni digs it over to Charlie Kilburn. Looking for the through ball to Articolo, but a little bit of hesitation from the left back, allowing Cassidy onto it. Cassidy's clearance blocked by Articolo. Now to Teo Tucker, shielded from the area by James Ritson. Articolo, chance to cross from the left-hand side. Articolo in! Oh, it looked like a great opportunity for Armeni. More preventing from getting to the ball. And Gift Musa clears. A real melee in front of Danmore's net. Good job, there isn't any pitch rust on him. And Dunn draws in the foul from Articolo. He was getting there first. That ball down the right-hand side. And a yellow card is coming for the Aylestone Park left-back. "26 minutes have elapsed at the Gary Lineker Pavilion. I wouldn't quite describe it as the match of the day so far. It certainly is an intriguing afternoon in Leicester. Bring you through the latest scores after this free kick. There's been plenty of goals in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Can Coventry United add another? Dow's delivery towards Harkin, nodded across his own net by the defender. Out comes Castle and gathers safely. So elsewhere, Bugbrook 0, Nuneaton Town 0, Easington Obi. We haven't got the score update on that one, nor the Newport game. Hinkley 1-0 down at home to Northampton Sileby Rangers. Leicester Nirvana also losing at home to Northampton Owen Chenix. And Daventry 2-1 up at Yaxley. And Charlie Faulkner, it was a dangerous decision to try and prize it away from behind Joe Ball. And a soft free kick given by the linesman on the far side. A little tap in the back of Faulkner, who'd already tripped. I think Aylestone Park is slightly unlucky there. Goal at Old Trafford. Manchester United have taken the lead, and it's a Josh Cullen own goal. Kick from Dan Moore, one in the air by Wormleighton, and now Ball looking to bulldoze his way through, hand on the shoulder by Ritson, and then a lunge. He's got the ball cleanly that time from Corey Armeni. Harkin's header, collected by Deck Towers, who with a little tap from behind from Benji Anamarco stumbles over the white line in front of the home dugout. Well, doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Can you believe this is the last game in August for Coventry United? It feels like yesterday that we kicked things off against Aylestone, and Musa trying to boot the ball back to defence is actually taking out the leg of Armeni. Bread and butter free kick for the referee. Still 1-1 at the Kazan Stadium between Coventry City and Oxford. It's a chilly, blustery afternoon in Leicestershire. The blazing sunshine forgotten, and we're on to the first dredgings of autumn. Cox glancing header back to Cassidy. Towers. Headed back where it came from by Articolo. Teo Tucker heads back to Deck Towers and Cameron Dunn. Hands in the back on, in fact, Marshall Keenan that was. Keenan takes the free kick quickly just into his own turf. Preston. Now Justin Peace. Under hit to Kilburn, and now Benji Anamarco looks to motor down the wing. He's swapped to the left-hand side now. Looking for Charlie Shaw, with a sliding interception from Peace. Towers. Peace again. Has ball stayed onside? He keeps on looking to the flag. Well, it's insignificant really, as it's picked up on the edge of the area, right on the edge by Dan Moore. There were yells of handball. Moore doesn't need another red card. He was chomping at the bit to get back on the field. He actually acted as our stand-in media man on Twitter in the last couple of games. A great job he did. And Ritson, too busy asking for offside. He's given the ball away in a dangerous position. Faulkner there to mop it up. And Cassidy keeps it in with the head. Pinballing through the two midfielders there for Aylestone Park. Coventry United have got the throw-in done. And Sam Preston, an aerial leap to divert that ball out. Halfway into Aylestone Park territory, it's still 0-0 after 31 minutes. Another tight and testing game for these two sides. It does have another 1-0 scoreline written all over it at this stage. Ritson beating ball to that aerial punch, flacked back into play by Charlie Shaw. Dunn was behind it. Preston back with Castle. And Liam Castle with a towering clearance. Adamarco, shoulder to shoulder with the defender, can only play it into the path of Preston. Keenan. And there is rain expected in the second half, so that could make things a little more interesting, a greasier surface, more opportunities for mistakes. And actually we see the first drops of rain falling now, so some of the supporters heading for cover. But the Coventry United fans, they're a hard breed, they don't need umbrellas around here. Preston keeps that one in on this near side. Andres Articolo. Back with Castle. Liam Castle. Looks for a ball as the rain starts to get heavier. It's going to surely play a part in this game. Clearance from United headed back to the keeper by Preston. Welcome to autumn, folks. Castle looks for ball. Headed to the centre by Teo Tucker. Swiftly cleared by Cassidy. Shaw. And that will surely be a free kick. In fact, no, it's been given to Coventry United. And now Ryan Harkin couldn't find a route past Justin Pease. And the referee played a lengthy advantage. Charlie Shaw was off his feet as he tried to play Harkin through. And Shaw's now gone down too in the aftermath. It was Deck Towers who got in the way. And the teenage hooligans now playing their way down past us, so we've got to keep our heads down here. We don't need any more trouble after the Ainsbury game. Referee unwilling to change his mind despite the calls from Aylestone. And Everton have retaken the lead at Molineux through Njai. Chris Cox standing over it in the centre circle for Coventry. And still, the Aylestone coaching staff putting their points across the linesman, and now the linesman is actually flagged for the referee to head over for a quick chit-chat. I don't think it's going to be the talk where tea and biscuits are provided. Yellow card for one of the Aylestone coaches. And it is a yellow card for Luke Morton. We're hearing there may have been another goal in the game at the Kazam. And there has indeed. Thank you very much to our match day analysis is there next to us. Coventry City back in front through Victor Torp. Oh, was that handball against Andres Articolo? Yes, it was. It was in a natural position, but the ball hitting him square on the underarm. Well, that's going to be a record for Luke Morton. He's been back in the dugout for 35 minutes. He's already got himself a yellow card. Cameron Dunn standing over the ball. 2 men in front of him, forming the Aylestone wall. I think he's got eyes for goal on this one. He goes towards that far post, and Chris Cox couldn't stretch enough. So much for the commentator. And just to confirm that Victor Torp has put Coventry City back in front at Oxford with a free kick. Harking back to his debut goal against Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup. Dunn tries to get his head on that one, but safely back with Articolo. Look for options upfield. Ball trying to judge the bounce, and on the volley it's Gif Musa. Ritson. Emphatic clearance from the United egghead. Cameron Dunn trying to beat Articolo for pace. Articolo with the slide, and again, and out for the corner. 2 bites of the cherry, but Articolo got the job done. Less than 10 to go until half-time. The players will all get in and have a toweling down. The rain's starting to hammer down. It's Cassidy towards that near post. Challenge off the standing leg of Articolo for another corner. The wind's starting to pick up too. That's going to make things difficult for the goalkeepers. In front of Cameron Dunn, headed back to Dunn, and the offside flag raised as, oh dear, we've got violence in the stands here, guys. We just had a seat been broken. Someone call the police. As I say, a few supporters will be darting back to the cars at half-time to get their coats out the boot. Temperature has dropped, but the excitement has not. Shout out to our sponsors at Noack Transport for supporting this afternoon's broadcast, as well as Endura Gym Management Software. Go and check them out on Google or on their websites. Castingly play that one onto the roof of the stand. Oh, and just to rub it in, Chairman Ray now has just texted to say there's no rain here, son. Well, I dare say it doesn't rain much in Greece. There's the throw to ball. Curls it in for Kilburn. It just grazes the head. All the way out for the goal kick. Chris Cox. Still scoreless at the Gary Lineker Pavilion. Are many. We're going to prod it through for ball, but cut out by Luke Downs. Now Charlie Faulkner. United's first recipient of a yellow card this afternoon. Hoping Harkin would be the recipient of the ball, but couldn't find his way for a sea of red. Has that stayed him for Charlie Shaw? Yes, it has, with the lofted ball off the head of Preston, and back with Preston from Ritson. Just in peace. Ball from the back, cushioned out via the head of Charlie Faulkner. Quick throw taken to Kilburn. Skies it and turns Faulkner. With a bit of help, he's got it back. Deck Towers. And back to square one for Aylestone with peace. Back to Towers. Thump towards the net. Cox can turn it away, but an unfortunate slip by Ball just as he was trying to set himself up for the strike. And Dan Moore gathers Musa, and the referee gives the free kick. There were 2 hands in the shoulder on Gif Musa. In fact, he's given it to Aylestone for diving. Well, if that's the case, then surely Musa goes in the book. Musa, in trying to soak in the pressure and earn the free kick, has gifted a great opportunity for Aylestone Park with 5 to go until the break. And we know all about Aylestone Park's free kicks. Thankfully, Lewis Samuels isn't on the pitch to destroy United's hopes this time. So instead, Marshall Keenan is in fact going to leave it to Corey Armeni. Direct path to goal for the Aylestone captain. Plenty ready to latch onto the seconds in and around that danger zone. Armeni gives the troops the go-ahead. It is Armeni straight at the wall. Back in by Peace. Punched by Dan Moore. Didn't get the clears of connections, but it was enough. Aylestone players right under his nose, waiting to tap it home. They didn't get the chance. Tucker kills it around for Kilburn. Headed clearance by Faulkner. Towers, Tucker, and headed back to Moore. It's like he's never been away. And Dan Moore looks for Benji Adamarco, and Peace going to get at the end of it. Tries to head it past the goalkeeper. Keeps out of position. Adamarco, Harkin, and start with the feet. Liam Castle. And a tangle of arms with Daniel Cassidy and Andres Articolo, and the free kick given on the fringes of the penalty area to the left-hand side, and a yellow card for Cassidy. Free to go until the break. We'll go through the latest scores in the Premier League and in the United Counties League Premier Division South before we head on our 10-minute halftime break. A chance to whip it in. Far many. Captain swings in towards that far post. Out comes Moore, and he's lost it, but it bounces into his hands while he's on the deck. Oh, if he fell into a barrel of manure, he'd come up smelling of roses. Downs, Musa, plenty of options up for Coventry. Out wide with Faulkner, but now Aylestone piling on the pressure. Chris Cox slides it against Charlie Kilburn, and now it's ball on the right side of the area. Tucker's making himself available. It was heading behind him, but it won't reach him anyway, thanks to the intervention of James Ritson. Downs threads the needle. Adamarco gets to the ball. Adamarco in from the left. Adamarco side netting. A beautiful ball for Benji Adamarco. Castle with the clearance, last minute of normal time. Joe Bull, and Kilburn wasn't expecting the layoff. Chris Cox tracks back and hooks upfield towards Marshall Keenan of Aylestone. Aylestone looking to march on. Tucker, and just shoved into the perimeter wall. Daniel Cassidy saying, no, that ball's mine, you're not getting near that one. Cassidy looks for Shaw, towering header by Keenan. Not so towering from Ritson, but it's got the job done towards this near side, and Daniel Cassidy. Towers. Armeni through the legs of Luke Downs, and Chris Cox, perfectly timed, brilliant tackle. And he had to get it right, of course he gave away the penalty on Monday. He's certainly learned his lesson. Here's Adamarco. Cameron Dunn, who was the man of the match at Amesbury on Monday, tried to pull it back for Charlie Shaw. The referee did give an advantage as Adamarco was hacked down, but the advantage doesn't last that long. And now United have the throw in. Joe Ken's asking why wasn't the free kick given? Well, advantage was given. United were given ample opportunity to use it. Faulkner's throw to Adam Marco, who's been causing havoc. Ritson plays it into no man's land, and many look to play it over the back line to Teo Tucker, just barged off the ball by Cassidy. Rolled out with Ritson into added time. We haven't been confirmed how much there will be. I'd say 3 minutes. Cassidy. High one to Dunn, nodded up by Dunn. Headed past to Harkin. Articolo. So Preston putting his head in a dangerous position. Crucially, no contact made by Harkin, so play continues, but Harkin eventually crowded out in midfield. Here's Articolo, switches the play over to Kilburn, cut out by Charlie Faulkner, and Faulkner looking to play through Ryan Harkin. He's offside, but he won't reach it. Bounces too close to Liam Castle. Peace. Aimless ball down the right-hand side. Coventry United throw deep into their own turf. Comes to the end of the second minute of added time. Aylestone Park 0, Coventry United 0. 2 minutes of added time have been indicating we're coming to the end of those 2 minutes of added time now. Here's Kilburn, one more chance for Aylestone, and diving header in front of ball by James Ritson. A corner will follow. We should have enough time. Marshall Keane and United sucking everyone back. They know this is the last move of the half. And off the head of Cox, behind for another corner, but there won't be time to take it. As we expected, two teams deadlocked on the pitch and deadlocked on the scoreline. Plenty of action still to come at the Gary Lineker Pavilion, but no goals so far in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Aylestone Park 0, Coventry United 0. Before we go into half-time, let's have a look at the current scores in the Premier League. That full-time score from earlier, Chelsea 2, Fulham 0. 3 o'clock kickoffs, Manchester United 1, Burnley 0, Sunderland 0, Brentford 0, Spurs 0, Bournemouth 1, and Wolves 1, Everton 2, and Coventry City, as we said earlier, are 2-1 up at home, away, I should say, at Oxford through that Victor Torp penalty free kick. Elsewhere in our own division, Bugbrook 0, Nuneaton 0, Hinckley 0, Northampton Derby Rangers 1, Leicester Nirvana 0, Northampton Owen Chenix 1, Moulton 1, God Manchester 0, and Yaxley 2, Daventry 2. That's it for the first half. We'll see you in 10 minutes. 1-2, 1-2. We are back for the second half here at the Gary Lineker Pavilion. Coventry United and Aylestone Park drawing 0-0 at the break. Luke Downs showing off one of his war wounds as he heads home to see his family. Lovely Laura and Lily sat next to us. Second half action coming your way in the United Counties League Premier Division South. No changes from what we can see to either side. Calm and calculated first half from both sides. Now there's 3 points on the line in these last 45 minutes in Leicester. Who's got it in them to take all three, or will it be a stalemate? It's a marked improvement from Coventry United. 7-1 defeat here on the opening day last season. Plenty of infrastructures in put in since then, and Chairman Ray Knight, new players, new management, new coaches, a few new fans coming in as well. On the sports news, if you are waiting to hear about the Formula One, then this is the time to mute us for 5 seconds. Oscar Piastri getting pole position by 0.012 seconds from Lando Norris in Zandvoort in Holland. Max Verstappen, the hometown boy, coming third, and a turn up for the books. Isaac Hadjar in the Racing Bulls qualifying 4th. Liam Lawson also in the top 10, his teammates for Racing Bulls. So ready for a cracking race tomorrow. Apparently it's going to be a wet one, so keep your eyes out for that one. United throw in as Southampton Sporting there from the number 2 Charlie Kilburn, throwing it over the head of Charlie Faulkner, allowing his teammates to get back into position. Throw is deflected out off Benji Anamarco by Marshall Keenan. Another throw in this time to Aylestone, 15 yards into enemy lines. There's the throw from Warm Leighton. Ball. Corey Armani trying to settle himself up, and he's got the free kick out of it. Luke Downs coming away with the ball, but Gift Musa and James Ritson standing like a brick wall in front of the net, and it was too much to handle for the Aylestone man. No doubt it will be Armani to steady himself and take the strike. And it's going to be... is Gift Musa going to get a card here? No, he isn't. One of our long-time sponsors here at Coventry United, Roy Eden, joining us at Gary Lineker Pavilion. He's got himself his jumper and what you got there? Some chips. And chicken nuggets as well. Oh, that sounds like a perfect Saturday afternoon to me. Football and chicken nuggets, the 2 things that every man should have on a Saturday. To be fair, it looks good. I might have to nick one of them off you. Free kick for Aylestone Park. Keenan and Armani both fancying their chances against a 4-man wall of Cox, Dunn, Downs and Ritson. Dan Moore in the net. Can they start off the first half in style? It's going to be Marshall Keenan, kills it over the bar. And the Danmore fan club behind the goalkeeper again on Harkin has headed that into the back of Charlie Faulkner's head. And it's actually stayed in all the way back to Castle. Clear as far as Downs. Anamarco. Now, Anamarco's been caught in the head. And it's not a free kick, but the referee wanted to check that Adamarco's okay. He's certainly taking a fair old whack on the top left side of his bonce. It will be a drop ball, I believe. And Aylestone will have possession. Charlie Shaw putting his point across, saying that it should be a free kick to Coventry United, but the referee had already let play continue. And it is dropped to the feet of Peace. Preston, he had to get there in front of Cameron Dunn, but he has launched it upfield towards Teo Tucker. Cassidy's back, finds Luke Downs, who hoofs it upfield. Dunn gives chase, but headed back to the goalkeeper. Liam Castle between the sticks for Aylestone Park, still 0-0 after 49 minutes. Armeni, shoulder to shoulder with Musa. Musa wins that battle of strength. And it's kept it on the far side by Articola. Armeni, off the back of Articola. Wrestling for it is Cameron Dunn, and gets the free kick nudged down from behind by Teo Tucker. Moore, nodded on by the left back Charlie Faulkner. Now Benji Adamarco. Faulkner down line, takes on Kilburn. Charlie Faulkner is an attacker by trade and forces the corner, slid out by Kilburn, who may have overstretched. Kilburn just taking a while to get back on his feet. Dunn towards that far post, and it looked like it was sneaking all the way in, if not for Castle. And Castle, frustrated with his kick, it will go all the way back to his opposite number one in Dan Moore. And Moore, oh, cheeky, feigning the kick, but lets it roll out for a goal kick of his own. Towards Adamarco. Nodded on by Adamarco. Ryan Harkin, who knows these parts well. Look back for Charlie Shaw, and Shaw turns Marshall Keenan. Now Adamarco slips it in. Charlie Shaw for his first Coventry United goal. Blocked off well by Peace. Harkin! It rose over the bar via a deflection. Corner on the right hand side for the red and greens in their changed attire of white and purple, and a nod to the club's main sponsors and chairman Ray Nowak and Nowak Transport. Shaw, Ritson can only head it back where it came from. Back to Shaw. Shaw's delivery, cocked at the far post. Couldn't bring it to feet, bounces off his thigh. And a throw-in on this near side. We're hearing there's been another goal at Molineux as Everton have taken a 3-1 lead at Wolves. Latest goal coming from McKiernan Dewsbury Hall. Thrown nodded on by Articola. Downs there for Coventry United, on again by Articola, this time with the right peg. That skews into touch about 5 yards into United territory. Dunn forced down in ceremonious fashion, but it's actually the Aylestone man who's gone down holding his head. I think it's Andres Articolo holding his forehead. And it looks like now that a free kick's been given in favour of Aylestone. It looked a fairly innocuous connection between Dunn and Articolo. It was actually Articolo who went in on the United man. I must say, those are some of the best chicken nuggets I've tasted in a long time, so compliments to the chef. And it, in fact, won't be a free kick, it will be a drop ball to Aylestone. Not to say that they had possession of the ball when the incident took place, but referee doesn't agree. Many. Little love shove from behind, allows Dunn onto it. Now sending Harkin down the right-hand side. Harkin won't get there, or will he? Tangling legs with Preston, and he's prized it away from the centre-back. Harkin rolls behind Benji Anamarco. Collected by Downs. Shaw, and just marshalled away by Peace. And it's into the hands of Castle. Castle's kick. Out of range for Joe Ball. We'll have to wait until the ball comes back to take this throw in. In fact, we're going to need another one. So the new ball in position. Faulkner looks for options in white. It's over Adamarco. Chris Cox looks to clear the danger and does so in style. Preston tracks back and we'll see it back to Castle. Castle with all the time in the world. Aylestone yet to taste defeat in the league this season. Can Coventry be the first team to leave that sour taste in the mouth? Faulkner didn't quite have the legs in it to find the white line. So Many looks for Kilburn. Cox gets there first and curls it down the left touchline. Adamarco shoved off it. Peace does it trickle out for the throw-in, takes it quickly to Liam Castle. Now also looking to take the sting out of this game. They're a very controlled, precise outfit. United's a lot more gung-ho these days after Ellis Alain's departure, and the kick from Castle just grazes the head of Jake Wormleighton. Coventry United have the throw-in deep in their own backyard. They've got to try and find a route out of danger, and they do with Faulkner's fancy footwork. Luke Downs looking to meet Faulkner again, but Faulkner hadn't made the run. Quick throw taken by Peace. Straight to the feet of Downs, it's as you were. Shaw just let it get away from him. And Preston out wide with Teo Tucker. Leaves Cassidy behind, but crucially heading away from goal. Tucker and Cassidy locking up again, and Cameron Dunn takes advantage with the interception. Here's Charlie Shaw. Slide by Preston, neatly done, throwing level with the area for Coventry United. Amazingly, we're at the 58th minute. Aylestone Park 0, Coventry United 0. Well, we thought it was going to be a low-scoring game coming into this afternoon at the Gary Lineker Pavilion, but at the moment it's looking like a no-score game. A Throw from Shaw towards Cox. His opposite number 4, Preston, nods it back to the thrower in Charlie Shaw. Cox caught on the heel by Tucker, who stayed down as ball marches down the left-hand side towards that loose pass. Ritson back with Dan Moore, and thankfully Tucker is back on his feet. Chilled forward by Preston, only as far as Cassidy, and Cassidy curls it out on that right side. There has been a couple more goals at Old Trafford in the 55th minute. Lyle Foster equalising for Burnley, and then the 56th minute, Brian Mbuemo has just put United back in front. It's all happening in Manchester. Musa slides it down the right, no one home for the red and greens. They need to try and keep their shape here. Shaw charging down Liam Castle, but Castle has enough time to place it down the right. Adamarco's header. Peace picks it up. Towards the edge of the area, Chris Cox nods it to James Ritson. Adamarco. Downs barged up the ball by Armeni, and United have got the free kick as Coventry's clearance was towards Declan Towers. So United have the free kick in their own backyard, taken quickly by Cox. It's over with James Ritson. Now Cassidy. Followed all the way by Tucker, plays it into space with Cox. That space quickly closed down by Kilburn. Faulkner, back to Cox. Now the intensity is starting to ramp up. Harkin lets it bounce for Benji Adamarco. I think Adamarco had Harkin in mind. And it's harmlessly out for a throw-in, level with their own area for Aylestone. Towers dispossessed, Adamarco shoved off possession. Great strength from Cho from the Aylestone centre mid, who played up front last time these two sides played. And a wayward ball by Articolo to the left of Teo Tucker, out for a throw-in, taken by Cassidy. United with no defensive options on the bench. It's all attacking, so don't think they're going to be waiting till the 85th minute to try and win this game. Brady Middleton's warming up. He could be the first name on the substitutes board. Sam Preston at the back for Aylestone. It's not been a picturesque second half, but Coventry looks to take advantage from a poor kick from Castle. Dunn leads Articolo behind and gets the advantage. Cameron Dunn looked like it was heading for top bins for a split second, but it just edges away from the net. Still 2-1 at the Gazam Stadium to Coventry City in their game against Oxford. Castle away. Sends it back towards his own goal. Faulkner's got to deal with it. Kilburn in the vicinity, but Charlie Faulkner does enough. Adamarco to Shaw. Powerful hit towards Cameron Dunn. Harkin's making the run, as is Adamarco. I think Adamarco gave up a little too early on that one. He could have got there. And it rolls out for the throw-in, and the referee says that it's taken out of position. Peace. His free kick met in the middle by Gift Musa, headed back into play by Adamarco. Shaw does enough to find Harkin. Ryan Harkin, Shaw's actually taking a whack on the foot there. Harkin can't go any further, cleared as far as Ritson. Cassidy drives on, looks for the head of Ryan Harkin. Safely back with Justin Peace in the penalty area. Now Ball, Adamarco's got to get in the action here, but Ball looking for Kilburn, and it's beyond Charlie Faulkner. Moore back in his goal. Charlie Kilburn for the opening goal, and stopped well with the right peg. It's like he's never been away. Dan Moore, brilliant goalkeeping attributes. corner to come. After that brilliant save from Dan Moore to keep Coventry United level. Will that parity last? In from the right by Keenan. Moore comes out! Misses the punch! Aylestone Park lead! The header from Shapewarm Leighton. Moore comes out to claim. Warm Leighton got there first. And Coventry United, despite having the best opportunities, are finally put behind by Aylestone Park. United need to muster a response. Adamarco. Going to zone in on the net and give United a quick reprieve. Pulls it back. Cameron Dunn. Plenty of red in the way. I think it was Sam Preston who got the vital diversion. Adamarco does it too close to Marshall Keenan. Downs lets it roll out for a United throw. Adamarco in space. Little trip from Marshall Keenan, free kick Coventry United. And they decide against taking it quickly. Well, they are going to take it quickly now. It's low to Ritson. Cassidy cut out as it headed towards Musa by Andres Articolo. Long ball from the back, glanced off the head of Cox. Back to Dan Moore. Luke Downs. And Downs can only thread it into the path of Teo Tucker, and Tucker takes out Musa as he tries to distribute to Keenan. Referee says nothing doing. And now at the back, Adamarco takes advantage of some lackadaisical play from Warm Leighton. Adamarco at the far post is Dunn. It wasn't in position, but Dunn will get a second crack at the cross. Cassidy. It's behind Dunn. And thumped upfield by Articolo. And now Joe Ball with the touch through. Chris Cox with a trip on the edge of the area. Referee says free kick right on the edge. The question is, what happens to Chris Cox now? Yellow card for the Coventry United captain. Within inches of conceding a second penalty in 6 days. Referee wants to get things going. United still arguing the toss. Everyone back for Coventry United. There's been another goal at Old Trafford. And there has indeed. Man United 2, Burnley 2. And the goal from Anthony, not that one. Just minutes after going in front, Aylestone have a scintillating opportunity to extend extend the advantage. United are set to make their opening change shortly. Corey Armeni to double the advantage for Aylestone. It's Armeni! Stings the gloves of Moore. No free kick joy for the Park on this occasion. And the throw down line to Justin Peace. First time cross. Headed back into the danger zone by Towers, but United clear. Swing and a miss by Armeni, but the overhead kick on that occasion, headed up rather than out by Cox. Beaten mid-air by Armeni. Cox with a lunging, got enough for the ball. Armeni slides in on Anamarco and brings it back for Aylestone. Leighton, the goal scorer. Kovatikolo from Deck Towers. Teo Tucker. Options in! And Kilburn at point-blank range couldn't convert. And Coventry United bringing on the first change of the afternoon. It's Riley DeVoyle replacing Gift Musa in a straight centre-mid swap. Vice captain looking to make an impact. 20 to go at the Gary Lineker Pavilion. And Moore's kick straight onto the stand roof. Thrown on the halfway line to be taken by Leighton. Kilburn to head it onto board, didn't quite have the power beyond it. Shaw curls it out for another throw-in. Leighton again. Ball taken out into the pressure of Chris Cox. Faulkner smashes it against Kilburn. Goal kick. And a change for Aylestone Park. Teo Tucker replaced. As that's the number 14 on the board, and that is Leke Shirunke. It's like another straightforward alteration on the left wing. Moore. Off the head of Benji Anamarco, and that one heading towards the crowd, thankfully deflected away by one of the red seats in the main stand. Faulkner's throw. DeVoyle forced away from the net back into his own backyard with Chris Cox. Moore calmly out with Ritson. Punted left. Touched back by Anamarco to Faulkner. Benji Anamarco. Look to return to Faulkner, but diverted out by Kilburn. And United have to throw. Knocking on Aylestone's back door. Down line towards DeVoyle. Cut out by Leighton and firmly cleared up towards Ball. Smacks him in the face. And Downs mops it up for United. Cassidy, slide in by Shadunke. Thrown to the red and greens in front of the home dugout. A much happier place than we saw in the first half. Ritson drives it low with DeVoyle. Back to Ritson. Going to curl it left for Anamarco. And a neat touch on by Anamarco. Faulkner just a pace behind it. Justin Peace bounces awkwardly for Charlie Kilburn, and Kilburn surely kicking the ball away there. Referee says nothing doing. He kicked it over the perimeter fence. Adamarco with his back to Warm Leighton through the legs of the referee. You don't get extra points for a nutmeg, unfortunately. It's not FIFA Streets, it's FIFA. Or EA Sports FC as they call it now. Cox. That's the Faulkner, nodded clear by Warm Leighton, and Aylestone now you can see keeping men back, protecting this advantage with just 16 minutes to go. Ritson. Pressure but finds Adamarco, pirouettes away from Marmeni, but straight to the path of Kilburn, and now Ball tries to slide it across, blocked off by Cox, and Cassidy does the rest. Devoyle looks for Harkin. Preston back, he's under-hit it! And only Castle's heroics deny Coventry United a goal of circumstance. Castle's gone down hurt. The referee stopped the game. And we're hearing another goal at the Kazam Stadium. Coventry City were leading 2-1 at Oxford. But they're not anymore. Former Liverpool man Cameron Brannigan has equalised for Oxford. Oxford 2, Coventry City 2. Premier League action, plenty of goals this afternoon. Manchester United 2, Burnley 2, Sunderland 0, Brentford 1. Brentford have just taken the lead. Spurs 0, Bournemouth 1, and Wolves 1, Everton 3. Elsewhere, Nuneaton have finally got in front at Bogbrook by 1-0. Hinckley have equalised at home to Northampton Soilby Rangers. Leicester Nirvana also equalising at home to a Northampton side, that being Northampton ON Chenocks. Moulton 1, God Manchester 1, and Yaxley 3, Daventry 2. Cracking game there. Aylestone with 2 players who are struggling with injury. Castle's back on his feet, but Joe Ball now seems to be having problems as well on the edge of the area. United sending subs to go and warm up. Joe Cairns and Steph Morley. Morley had been penciled in to start, but his left hamstring was causing him some bother. He should be okay for a 13-minute cameo. And it will be a drop ball to the feet of Castle, who had claimed the ball after the Harkins effort at the near post. Ball is at the feet of Castle, and we're back underway with 13 left. Aylestone Park 1, Coventry United 0. Castle clears. Kilburn beaten to the aerial duel by Faulkner, but straight out for a throw halfway into United territory. And now Coventry making their change. Daniel Cassidy replaced by Brady Middleton. Looks like Cameron Dunn will be going to the left-hand side of the fence, Faulkner to the right. So Middleton has been out of action for a couple of weeks thanks to a family holiday. He's well versed in getting the job done on this ground. He was part of the Rugby Borough team who ended Elstone's promotion dreams in the playoff final last year. Throw to Ball, cushions it down. Deck Towers. Kilburn. Warm Leighton, the goal scorer, looking to thread it into the penalty area for Kilburn, but shepherded into touch by the captain, Cox. More towards his near side, and Adamarco beaten to it with that header from Warm Leighton. Cox's header. Looks for Devoyle. Potential high boot there against Marshall Keenan. Crucially didn't make contact with the head of Ryan Harkin, but it took Harkin out of the game momentarily. Now Shadunke zoning in, blocked off by Luke Downs. Faulkner swapping wings. Middleton. Whitson to Luke Downs, back to Middleton. Hop, skip and a jump, and well, it looked like he was going to play it through to Cameron Dunn. Coventry wanted to continue. They have now pulled it back for the free kick in front of the away dugout. Joe Cairns is preparing to make his first appearance of the season. His shoulder surgery delayed. Steph Moore is also going for a warm-up. Scott Hammond also amongst the subs. Moore's free kick towards Adamarco, beaten to it by Peace mid-air. Shaw to Ritz. Charlie Shaw, Faulkner's out wide, tries to dink it in towards the ball, headed clearance by Preston. Gets low by the head of Chris Cox. Hook right by Middleton. Faulkner just keeps within confines of play. Into the centre circle with Ritz. Cox and United putting themselves under needless pressure. And now trying to chip the goalkeeper is Corey Armeni, a tad ambitious, but not a million miles away. Luke Downs, driving up from the back. Middleton, dispossessed on the slide by Articolo. United with interception through Shaw, can't find the man in white. Warm Leighton gets it away. Kilburn dispossessed, but the sizable head of Ritson from behind. Adamarco. Ryan Harkin cutting in from the left-hand side. He's got a strike on him. Looks to play in Charlie Faulkner, but too close to Leaky Shadunke. Aimless ball down the left from the Aylestone substitute, but with 8.5 minutes to go, they have the advantage. Downs and Shaw stumbled at the inopportune moment. Downs gets it back and finds Faulkner down the right. Charlie Faulkner pulls it back. Cameron Dunn, the one man you don't want to give it to, and that is why. Cameron Dunn with his third goal in 2 games. Under pressure, calculated. Cameron Dunn did not bow, did not break. And with 8 minutes to go, Coventry are level at Aylestone Park. And Dunn's incredible form continues.
Goal for Coventry United, goal scorer number 10, Cameron Dunn.
And Charlie Kilburn has gone down with an injury in the centre circle, and we're going to need to stop the game here. And he's being brought off. Evan Kane, the man to replace him. Kilburn taking his time to exit the field. The referee will be adding this on. Evan Kane on for the final 7 minutes of normal time. This game balanced on a knife edge. Aylestone Park 1, Coventry United 1. And the action far from over. Even at left back, Cameron Dunn still scores. Ball. Cox getting involved with the back. Cross turned away by Ritson. Articolo keeps the move alive for the home side. Articolo in, back heel out by Ritson. And down, skips past Shadunke. United with a bit between their teeth. Threaded down the right for Ronnie Devoyle. Harkins up there with him, couldn't find him. Off the back of Sam Preston. And Shadunke twisting and turning. Apparently, according to the lights on the far side, it was Devoyle who dragged it over, which would incense the United coaching staff. Articolo, headed on by Cox. Harkin gives chase. Preston under pressure. Back with Castle. Headed by Cox on this near side. Adamarco. Now Cameron Dunn. Looks for Ryan Harkin, but Preston says not today. Cox prevents ball from getting there. Great defensive duties from the United captain. And now Faulkner onside. Can't reach the seconds. Middleton. Looks for Dunn again. Can't find a route through. And now down the right hand side goes Deck Towers. And cannons off Chris Cox on the near side of the area. Downs, as he was heading away from goal, commits the foul. Four minutes to go, plus stoppages. Resulting free kick to come in from Marshall Keenan. Floated in and not into the near post. Well held by Cameron Dunn. Peace looking to restore Park's lead. Faulkner goes down as he lets the ball go. Referee says nothing doing. Preston clearly with a touch. And now Ball with an ambitious effort. Out on this near side for a Coventry United throw-in. It was deflected to the right. And Coventry United are going to make their third change of the match. And it's Ryan Harkin who's going to be replaced by Joe Cairns. A straight swap up front. Cairns' first action in Coventry United colours this season. He did have a game for, I believe it was kind of Sporting. Closing in on the final whistle at the Gary Lineker Pavilion. 2 to go. Aylestone Park 1. Coventry United 1. Who, if either, can get the winning goal? It's Evan Kane in from the right-hand side, brought down safely by Moore, and Moore gets us underway straight away, up towards the substitute, Joe Cairns. Cairns backing into Peace. And it's headed calmly to Armeni. Ships it right for Kane, off the shoulder. Towers takes over from Marshall Keenan, looking for Shadunke, cut out by the stand-in right back Charlie Faulkner. Now Charlie Shaw gets the call that Kane's right behind him, distributes it in time to Adamarco. Cairns finds Adamarco. Can he beat the defender for pace? Well, he can, but just in Peace, getting his body between player and ball and earning the free kick. And now down the right-hand side, it's with Evan Kane. Keenan Look to find Kane again, overstretching that ball. Back with more, now Ritson, Downs. United still with two more rolls of the dice in Hammond and Morley. Side from behind on Middleton, the referee belatedly calls for it, tried to allow Coventry to continue. Yellow card for Andres Articolo. 30 seconds of normal time to go. And added time is about to be announced. Dan Moore, can Coventry United snatch it? They're no strangers to late goals. Ritson heads on, Adamarco won't reach it, goal kick. 4 minutes of added time confirmed. Castle. Firm header on by Chris Cox, and Middleton's one-on-one. He's onside to win it. Middleton! Oh, he's just dragged it past. Of all the players, Brady Middleton, he won the playoff final on this pitch last season. It was made for him. What a chance that was for his first of the season and for a big win for Coventry United. And now the other end. It's with Ball, shoulder to shoulder with Downs. Good strength on show from the centre mid. Tries to knock it out off Ball. But it will be a throw-in right in the corner to Aylestone Park. Down line with Corey Armeni. Warblington's with him. Deflected to Evan Kane. And now for the other ends with Joe Cairns, can't reach it. Done. United can't win a way through. Headed away by Ritson. Charlie Shaw. Middleton onto Cameron Dunn. Great slide by Preston. Middleton with a little snatch at Preston. Yellow card for Middleton. Two minutes to go. Liam Castle. Castle's delivery. Warblington looking for a second-headed goal, but straight into the grasp of Moore. Luke Downs. Finds Middleton. Ritson the cross. Chris Cox. Cox drives on. Looking for Adamarco. Bounces in front of the winger. And as time goes on, it looks more and more likely it's going to finish 1-1. 1 minute to go. Shaw. Shaw trying to battle through. Adamarco can't find a man in white. As you can probably hear, that's bounced onto the roof of the stand. Devoyle knocks it back to Cox. Curls it around, and there was a drag on the shirt. Referee says no, was done, hits the deck. Ritson back to mop it up. And United won't have a chance to take the throw in. Well, the improvement is there. Coventry United with a draw after losing the opening day match at home to Aylestone. They had a gilt-edged chance to win it through Brady Middleton. But alas, it was not meant to be. But United don't leave Leicester empty-handed. Final score at the Gary Lineker Pavilion in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Aylestone Park 1, Coventry United 1. Well, thanks very much for your support this afternoon here on Coventry United TV. Let's take you through the final scores before we say goodbye. Manchester United 2, Burnley 2, Sunderland 2, Brentford 1. Great comeback there from Sunderland. Spurs 0, Bournemouth 1, Wolves 2, Everton 3. And at the Kazam Stadium it's finished Oxford 2, Coventry City 2. Let's try and get the scores in our division if we can get the football web pages app up. So Nuneaton were 1-0 up heading into the closing stages at Bugbrook, and it's finished that way. Bugbrook 0, Nuneaton 1, Hinckley 1, Sowerby Rangers 1, Nirvana 1, Chenecks 1, Moulton 1, Godmanchester 1, and Yaxley 4, Daventry 2. A great performance from Coventry United, from everyone here at the Red and Greens. Thanks for your company, and we'll see you next Saturday.